guys, I spoke with Colby, and we communicated a few different ways, right? We texted with each other a little bit, and then I was doing something, so I made him a video. It was easier. You can do voicemails and things like that. You got the iPhone, but there's a way to do a video. And I just share this with you because he responded in kind. He responded in text. He responded with voicemails. He responded with videos. And I would never share a text, but I told him that. I said, man, I would never share these conversations, but can I? Can I share this time? Because I find this to be very interesting. And my whole question to him is, do you have the fight with Leon? What I'm hearing about this as recently as a week ago, the schmo came right here to Portland. Right behind me, we got a restaurant called Cooperstown. We go meet over at Cooperstown. Schmo asks me a question, but listen to the setup, because within the setup, he gives me information that I did not have. He tells me, hey, they've announced they're going to do Colby versus Leon, either in Abu Dhabi in October or Madison Square Garden in November. Which do you think it's going to be? Well, I didn't know we were down to 2. So it sounds as though by my ears, we have an agreement. All that's done. Now we're just looking for the date, which would then, as a byproduct, give us the location. Okay, fine. But I wanted to just confirm with Colby that everything was done behind the scenes with Leon, because Leon, that I've seen, has never said, I agree to Colby. I've seen Leon say no. It's a long time ago. I've seen him more recently, as within the last 4 days, say, it looks like it's going to be Colby. But between no and it looks like it's going to be Colby, I wasn't comfortable that we had landed quite on Colby. Do you guys agree with me? So that's what I was asking. Do we have this done? And I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I got an answer back from Colby. And again, I asked him, can I share this? He said, yeah. Got an answer back from Colby. And there's a lot in it. He's planning to fight him. He looked great in the video. He's training. He's not as interested in going to the desert as he is to going to New York. But I heard a lot of things from Colby. I didn't hear yes. It's done. And at one point, and this was a little bit compelling for me, Colby said, I do believe, he said, Uncle Chael, I do believe he's going to have to fight me by November. If he says no to October, it sounds like he's got some room, but he's going to have to do it by November, or I think they're going to strip him. So now I get that's tongue in cheek, right? That wasn't 2 guys. You got a performer here. I'm going to take the belt off. I understand those things, but my point is that wouldn't be part of it in my guesstimation if, in fact, it was done. If, in fact, we had contracts and we're done. And so where are we at with that? I'm just asking that question. That is a very peculiar one. I mean, the UFC has been crystal clear. It's Colby. To the point that even if you guys remember 3 months back, Muhammad was coming after these things. I think there might have been somebody else competing for it too. But he was letting out, hey, go after someone else, plan something else. The next shot goes to Colby. We can plan your next fight to maybe set up from there, but just stop. And it's appearing that Leon doesn't care. And maybe he's softening to this. I mean, he went from a hard no to it looks like Colby. We've got a couple of dates. I don't hear him arguing for either one. And it's a extra peculiar position. It's been announced that the main event in October is Islam. Now, that can't be true in conjunction with Colby and Leon are going to fight on that card. When the policy is the heavier of the 2 title fights, if it's a night that 2 title fights are contested, the heavier weight class goes last, thus making it the main event. I do not believe that the organization is going to replace its own main event, so that takes you to New York. And that would be interesting. It would be interesting that they needed to bring a fight of that magnitude to a co-main event spot. And Colby touched on that. He said the reason for that, you can't count on Jon Jones. He's not reliable. You had better have us out there so that we can deliver. It's an interesting comment. And again, I understand you have a performer. It was interesting. He was doing a great job. But through the entertainment, I was trying to gather a little piece of information, and I think I did. All I wanted to know is the Leon fight done? It sounds like it's not done. And it sounds like it's held up because Leon hasn't yet agreed. And that would be interesting if that was the case, right? Anytime somebody digs in and holds out of it, anytime they do that, if they get their way, great job. Great job, Francis. But if they dig in and they hold out and then they do it the way that they were asked to do it in the very first place, it all turns out to be a waste of time. And I do feel like from the time that we got that resolved between Kamaru and Leon back in March all the way till now, we don't have any clarity. I feel like we are wasting time.